Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam, and today's pumpkin recipe is going to be very useful if you're carving pumpkins. I'm going to be making a barbecue spiced pumpkin seeds. If you don't know really what to do with pumpkin seeds, you're going to want to watch this because it's really easy. So if you guys love pumpkin recipes, please subscribe and keep watching. All right, welcome back. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your oven to 300 degrees. And then after you take your pumpkin seeds out, you wash them under cold water and then just kind of let it sit for a while. I've been having this sitting since last night, so it's pretty nice and dry. I have a tray right here that I've lined with my Silpat mat so that it doesn't stick. And all I'm gonna do first is kind of dry roast them. So no seasoning, no spray. I just wanna make sure all of the moisture, all of the water is completely dried out. So I have my oven on and it's gonna be doing this for about 10 minutes and just make sure and mix it all up about halfway through. All right, so I just pulled out the pumpkin seeds out of the oven. If you look closely, they're nice and dry. So now what I'm gonna do is take a bowl and pour it all into this bowl. All right, so now that it's in the bowl, I am going to add spices to it. So for my spices, I've got onion powder, garlic powdered, mustard powder, a little bit of chili powder because mine is really spicy, paprika, brown sugar, and salt. So the basic barbecue seasoning spices. So actually before I do that, I do want to spritz it with just a little bit of my avocado spray. All right, that looks good. Give it a little mix. And then stir up my spices all together so everything is mixed. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm just gonna add about 3/4 of it. I do wanna keep a little bit extra to add at the end. All right, so it's just about this much I'm gonna leave it. And then give it a good mix so everything is coated in those beautiful spices. All right, so that looks awesome. Now, I'm just gonna pour it right back on my Silpat tray. And then make sure if you have your bowl that all of the spices in the bowl you put on your tray. And then spread out your pumpkin seeds in one layer. I like to give it a little shake like this. Perfect. And then just spray the top. All right, and that's it. Now this goes in the same 300-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I like to go ahead and mix it all up about halfway through and then check at the 20-minute mark. If you feel like it needs more or even broiled to get a nice crisp on top, just do that. So I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like when it's all done. All right, so I just pulled out the pumpkin seeds out of the oven. And I did end up baking these for 25 minutes at 300, and then for 5 minutes I broiled it. So now the last step is to take your spray, spritz it a couple times, and then add that last bit of seasoning and give it a good mix. All right, that is perfect. So the longer you let this sit and cool down, the crispier it's gonna get. Right now it's straight from the oven, so it's a little bit mushy, but just with the natural air, it'll crisp up a lot more. And then just look at each of these seeds. It has so much flavor. Each of it's coated with all the spices and oh, I have to do a taste test. So just gonna grab a couple in my hand. Do you hear that crunch? All right, this is absolutely delicious. I used to just throw away all my pumpkin seeds growing up, but this is so much better and it's a much better use of the seeds. Have a pumpkin carving party and just collect all the seeds from your friends and make this out of it. So if you guys love pumpkin recipes, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life tastefully balanced. Oh yes.